calls, y'all, because there is a lot of good info, and you can share with your friends, you can share with your family, and also you can go back and listen to info that you may have missed. But like Mel said, it is a great idea to take out a pen and paper, write down any of the info that pops out at you. Also, y'all, any questions that you have, we'll have a short Q&A time at the end. Even if you don't ask the questions during the Zoom, you think of something else, or you want to ask the person who invited you. And also, it's good to have a pen and paper out, because when we go through the products at the end of the call, it's good to write down what, oh, I need that. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need that. And then you can follow up with the person who invited you and say, hey, these are the products that Rhea mentioned, XYZ. That helps with this. This is what I want. So great suggestion, Mel. Thank you. So yes, it's a great idea to pull out a pen and paper. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Before I'm going to start screen sharing again in just a moment. Before I do that, I'll introduce myself. My name is Rhea Moore. I am a Diamond ambassador with Plexus. I became an ambassador with Plexus 2 years ago. I started as a customer. I just ordered the kids' chewables, the children's multivitamin and probiotic, and then I ordered the adult probiotic, fell in love with those, and wanted to order more products. And so I became an ambassador because I wanted that discount. And also they had this wonderful cash back referral program too that I love and adore. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get 3 friends, and I'm going to share this, and I'm going to pay for my products. So it was one of the reasons I did that. When you become an ambassador, or when you purchase a welcome pack to be a wholesale customer, you can refer friends and you can make your cash back. And I remember thinking, okay, by the time my husband sees this charge on our credit card statement, I want to be able to say that, don't worry about it, the products are already paid for, so don't even say a word, right? And I did that. That's the beauty of being a wholesale customer or an ambassador. So what I did is I got my 3 friends, shared the info, got that cash back, y'all, within a couple of weeks. And so before I knew it, I was a Diamond ambassador, actually a year later, and that is the top level of the company. And so I love talking about this. I love talking about Plexus. I'm now at that highest level just from sharing with friends. I'm able to stay home with my kiddos, be a stay-at-home mom like I love, or a work-from-home mom like I love to do, but also bring in a good income. But that's not the reason I started Plexus, and that's not the reason I share Plexus. The reason I started taking Plexus, the reason I share Plexus, the reason that I've had success in Plexus is because what Plexus has done for my family, mainly my oldest daughter. And I'll share a little bit about her story when we talk more about what is Plexus and why you need it. But I just like to let y'all know who you're listening to, who this person is, and why she's so passionate. I am in the health and wellness industry. I worked in big pharma for just a little under a decade. And then I went into what my graduate degree is for, which is community health and development. And then I had to leave that career, which I just loved and adored. I left that career to be my daughter's caregiver, and eventually got my certification after my daughter was doing well, and I was able to, get out and about more. And she was in school. Got my certification as a Pilates instructor and a bar instructor and an integrative health coach. So I love and adore what I do with Plexus because it really just ties it all into it. And so I'm very passionate about sharing what Plexus is and why you need it. And so at this point, I'm going to share my screen and we'll get right into it. I don't want to hold y'all up any longer. So here we go right here. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Thank y'all for joining us. We know your time is precious, so we're not going to keep you long, but we thank you for spending about 30-40 minutes with us. And then we'll have some Q&A at the end when we go over it. Now, what is Plexus? Plexus is different, y'all. It is different. I mean, Plexus is changing lives. This journey is changing lives. And so many people are sharing their stories like me. All I'm doing, y'all, is sharing my story, sharing my daughter's story, sharing all 3 of my kiddos' story, our health stories, and just all of our wins. And whoever invited you to this call did it because they care about you and they want you to learn more. So what is Plexus? Why is it different? Well, first, let's talk about what it's going to help you with. Look at all these symptoms. If you experience any of these symptoms, go ahead and put it in the chat, y'all. Also, if you've already started Plexus and you used to experience these symptoms and you no longer, put that in the chat too. But you know what Plexus helped knock out for you. I'll go first. I'll say it right here. For me, my sugar cravings, goodness gracious, y'all. I mentioned before, I'm in the health and wellness industry, right? I'm a health coach, Pilates instructor. bar instructor, right? Master's is in public health. And we are a healthy, fit family. And no matter what, I could not say no to certain candies, y'all. I just couldn't. I could not say no to certain processed foods, more specifically Cool Ranch Doritos. Okay. I could not say no if I'm in that grocery out checkout line. I couldn't say no to Cool Ranch Doritos and Reese's peanut butter cups. It was, and I always wanted it, I always craved it. I had really bad sugar craving. Chronic fatigue, that's another one I experienced. As not excuse me, not asthma. My daughter, we'll get to that. My daughter used to suffer with that, but sinus inflammation, that postnasal drip. Also, memory problems, y'all, ADD, brain fog, indecisiveness. I mean, the list goes on. Depression, anxiety. I'm just naming all the things that I dealt with before I started Plexus. And these are all the things that are connected to your gut health. All of these symptoms, y'all, are connected to just a bad gut health, right? That leaky gut, whatever you want to call it, dysbiosis, intestinal permeability, right? That means things are getting through into your intestines. But all of these things are connected to that, and Plexus is focusing on that. And let me just dive deeper into that. Excuse me, I get excited. Let me dive deeper into that and get a little more specific. Here's a good visual, y'all. See this pool up here? That's before Plexus. Okay, this is your gut. This is your system before Plexus. Now, this pool down here, this crystal blue clear pool, this is your gut after Plexus. Okay. And nobody wants to be in this pool up here, y'all. Nobody wants to get up in that pool. Okay. But this pool down here, everybody wants to jump in it. Crystal clear, especially if you're in Texas right now, because we are like under heat advisory, all this, like, it's horrible. This heat out here. It's just horrible. But anywho, Plexus is going to help you get your system clean. And there are three things, y'all, that will dictate your health. Three things will dictate your health, and that is blood sugar, inflammation, and your gut health. Okay. And so we'll get a little more into that. What does this mean, Rhea? Well, blood sugar. We'll talk about when we get more into our products, how Plexus helps with blood sugar. But first, let's talk about what your blood sugar will do. You have your blood sugars wackadoodle, right? They're out of whack, up and down. That's when you experience these highs and lows throughout the day, right? These dips and spikes in your blood sugar. That's when you're reaching for that candy bar at 10 a.m. You're reaching for that soda at 3 p.m. because you're like, oh, I need, like, I'm feeling down, right? Also, you're craving these things, right? When your blood sugars spike, because when your blood sugars spike, your body is tricking you into wanting more sugar, wanting more processed foods. And it's not as much to do with willpower, y'all. We think it's about willpower. It's really not. When our blood sugars spike, our body is craving those sugars, craving those processed foods, craving that bad food. So when you have your blood sugars balanced, you're not going to crave that terrible stuff, right? You literally are going to crave healthier foods. You are going to crave healthier things. It's just it's godsend for me that my cravings are so much different. But also, y'all, you're going to have this clean energy. You're just going to have this clean energy throughout the day. You're not going to crash. You're not going to have that crashing feeling where you're just out of energy. So Plexus helps do that. And when we talk about our products, I'll let you know specifically how and which one. Inflammation. Y'all, inflammation is another pillar of your health. It will dictate your health. And so we have a lot of inflammation. We don't even realize it. In just a moment, I'm going to show you before and after picture of myself. I did not start Plexus for weight loss, but it looks like I lost weight because of that inflammation. But y'all, inflammation is the root cause of all chronic illnesses. I'll repeat that. Inflammation is the root cause of all chronic illnesses. When you tackle inflammation, you are going to feel so much better. I don't suffer from chronic inflammation or chronic pain, or I didn't, but I knew the importance of having anti-inflammatory daily. So I used to eat anti-inflammatory foods. I used to take beetroot shots because that's the most anti-inflammatory food on the planet. It tasted gross. I don't like the taste of beets, but I knew the importance of anti-inflammatories. But listen, y'all, listen, it didn't do the trick for me, right? Like, I still did not feel good. I still did not feel well. This is a picture of me. And I was doing all the right things. I was doing all the right things, y'all. I mean, this picture up top, I am in these pictures, I'm 40 and 41 years old. I mean, I had run a half marathon. This picture on the right, let me move my little squares so I can see. Okay, there we go. This picture right here, I just ran a half marathon. I was on a plant-based diet. I was drinking only water. I wasn't drinking any alcohol. I was taking my beetroot shots, my wheatgrass shots. I could not figure out why I felt horrible. I was exercising. I was teaching 3 classes a week. Just really focusing on my nutrition. I was exhausted. Things were changing. My hair was thinning. Like I said, I was exhausted. I was having chronic sinus infections, always having sinus infections. My mood was different. It was just down. I was very short with my kids, just kind of like snapping at them, just not myself. And like I said, in all these pictures, I'm 40, 41 years old in these pictures. This is before Plexus. This is after Plexus. So y'all, this year is 2 years later. Okay. So I'm 42, 43 years old in these pictures. And this is a 2-year difference right here. I weigh the same amount, but I look so different because that inflammation is gone. The inflammation is gone. And I am aging backwards. This picture right here is 2 years after I took this picture up here, maybe even 3 years, because I think I was 40 in this picture and 43 right here. And I just feel so, I feel also, but also just, I look younger, literally aging backwards because of Plexus. And, right here, it says food and exercise are no longer enough. And it's true, y'all. It's not. And so I was that person. I was like, I don't need supplementation. I'm healthy. I'm a wellness professional. I don't need supplementation. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I was getting my vegetables from my backyard garden, y'all. But listen, our soil is different. Our soil is depleted. Our foods are different. Our sun is different. Our environment is different. Our stress factors are different, especially now, Lord, y'all. So it's just, you can't do it with food and exercise anymore. You just can't. It would be beautiful if you could, but you can't. You need supplementation. It wasn't until I added supplementation to our regimen and to my family's regimen that all of these changes happened, that I have this during Plexus picture. And it's not a before and after, because I'm a Plexus for life, or I'll never stop taking Plexus. But that is the importance of inflammation. Okay. Now, gut health. Gut health, y'all, is one of the that third thing that will dictate your health. And what is gut health? Glad you asked. Let's get into that a little bit more. Gut health is basically how is your gut, how healthy your gut is really depends on if it's leaking or not, right? If you have this leaky gut. So poor gut health, which results in that pool up top, is a leaky gut. Your gut is leaking. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Your gut is literally it's leaking. And so you have, just toxins and food particles and things that are leaking through your gut and into your bloodstream. This picture on the left is how your gut is supposed to look. Okay. Your gut is supposed to be like a brick wall, y'all. This brick wall right here. Nothing is supposed to be able to get through. It's a barrier. Like our skin is our barrier from the outside world. Our gut is our barrier to our insides, to our system. And our gut is supposed to keep our systems healthy and keep everything that's not supposed to be in our bloodstream out. But guess what? When you have a leaky gut, it does get into your bloodstream right here. And that just results in so many things, y'all. All of those symptoms up top, that first slide that I showed, leaky gut results in all of those things. And that's not even everything, y'all. That's just some of the things. But how do you get to this leaky gut, right? How is your gut going from this brick wall to this picket fence and letting all these things through? A lot of things. So stress, environmental toxins like pollution. Also, y'all, overuse of medication. So there's no denying, there's an overuse of antibiotics and steroids. Also, we use birth control. All these medications will result in that brick wall turning into a picket fence. Also, y'all, I think I did mention stress, and also sugary foods and processed foods, y'all. And it's just so hard. Goodness gracious. It's so hard to go into a grocery store and not purchase something that is processed or something that is just filled with sugar to make us want more, eat more, and buy more of it. And so all the sugar that we consume throughout the day, which is so much more than we realize, all the processed foods that we eat during the day, that contributes to our leaky gut. And that leaky gut, y'all, it contributes to all those symptoms that were on that slide. It contributes to food sensitivities and food intolerances. Okay, so how many of you yourself or someone is like, man, I used to be able to eat this when I was younger, or I never had a problem eating this, and now that I'm older, I can't eat it. It messes up my stomach. It doesn't really have to do with your age. It's your leaky gut. And yet your leaky gut has progressed with your age, because it's like, look, you're going to keep eating all this terrible food and not trying to repair your gut. Your gut is going to get leakier and leakier and worse. And all of a sudden you can't tolerate that food anymore. That's leaky gut. Also autoimmune issues directly connected to your leaky gut. So the good news is why you need Plexus is because Plexus repairs your gut. And everyone suffers from a leaky gut. Okay. We are repairing our gut. So I feel like I have good gut health now that I have Plexus. So why you need Plexus, it is going to repair your gut. And it is going to get you from that, that picket fence here on the right, and it's going to turn your gut into that brick wall. And you are going to feel amazing. You're going to feel different. You are going to look different like I do here, and you're just going to feel amazing. But listen, y'all, good gut health is also connected to being able to lose weight. So like I said, I didn't start Plexus for weight loss. I started Plexus for GI issues. I started my kids on Plexus because they were always sick. They were always sick. Also, my oldest, she has a lot of health issues. I'll get into that when I talk about the kids' vitamins. And so I started Plexus for our immune system, and for my GI issues. I was tired of seeing my gastroenterologist like every 4 to 6 weeks. And those are the changes that I had. But majority of people, y'all, start Plexus for weight loss, because when you get your gut healthy, when you no longer have that leaky gut, you get out of that plateau. How many people are like, man, I'm exercising and watching what I eat and I just can't lose this weight. I'm just right here. It's like plateaued. Your leaky gut is not allowing you to take in those nutrients. Your leaky gut is not allowing your metabolism to work how it should be. Okay. It's not your age that's slowing your metabolism down, y'all. It is your leaky gut. It is the progression of that leaky gut to this point. So this is my friend, Dr. Tracy Petrie. And Dr. Petrie, let me move my little boxes. I know y'all can't see where my squares are, but I can and I can't. Okay, there we go. So Dr. Petrie, this is a picture of Dr. Petrie, April 2019. Hadn't started Plexus. She started Plexus in the very end of February of 2020. By March of 2020, this is her first picture, her during Plexus picture. Okay. By September of 2020, this is Dr. Petrie's picture. And also, she too was like, hold up, everybody needs to hear about this. She was like a walking billboard, right? Dr. Petrie's a dentist. She has two practices, one in Katy and one in Houston. And her patients were like, what are you doing? And she's telling her patients, and she's telling her sorority sisters, and she's telling her friends and family. She started sharing. 4 months later, Dr. Petrie had a Plexus Lexus, just like myself. It took me longer than 4 months though, but Dr. Petrie had a Plexus Lexus in 4 months just by sharing her story, being that walking billboard that you see here. And it wasn't just her weight loss. So it's helped her get off of some of her diabetes medication. It's helped her cholesterol. You see her lipid panel, her A1C. She shares her lab results. We are sharing, of course, with her permission. She loves telling her story and sharing her story. And I also love my friend Dana's story. So Dana had some of her thyroid removed. And I remember when Dana started Plexus, she was in tears. She was nearly in tears, and I was nearly in tears. And she was just saying, okay, Ray, I'm going to be cautiously optimistic. She was telling a friend of ours, Dr. Williams, Dr. Williams is also a Plexus Lexus driving Sapphire ambassador of Plexus, but she started with Dr. Williams, and I remember her saying at Dr. Williams' office, she was just saying, I'm cautiously optimistic. Dana was saying, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm so tired. I'm always tired. I'm always needing a nap. I'm always drinking Diet Cokes. I cannot stop gaining weight since having that part of my thyroid removed. And so all of these pictures, before and after pictures, or before and during pictures, y'all, are in Dana's first 6 months. These are in her first 6 months of Plexus. And I believe one of these pictures, I think it's this one on the right, is her like first 2 months. But I mean, she immediately started seeing results with Plexus. And I also want to share, let me find it over here, my friend Danielle's story. So Danielle started Plexus in February. Okay. And so you see her February numbers, her blood sugars. She sent me these pictures. This is Danielle's blood sugar log in March. So just a month on Plexus. And I recently spoke to her, and she's like, Ray, I got to send you some updated pictures because it's even better now. And she is maintaining it. We're now in August, and she's on her Plexus. She's on her pink drink. Her blood sugars, when we talked about those blood sugars, her blood sugars are stable. So it's wonderful, y'all. And if you're not a diabetic, if you're not a pre-diabetic, don't worry. It's not going to put you in a hypoglycemia. I'm not a pre-diabetic. I'm not a diabetic. It's not putting me in hypoglycemia. It's balancing your body. It's going to balance your body, balance your blood sugars, tackle that inflammation, repair your gut. And that is, again, why you need Plexus. Now, also, y'all, it's not just for the adults. It's for the children also. I mentioned my daughter earlier, and why I left community health and development career. And it was being my daughter's caregiver. So my daughter was born at 23 weeks. Comes with a lot of things, y'all, a lot of things. She was given 48 hours to live. Praise God, this child is going to be 14 years old in October. And one of the big reasons why I started Plexus was just trying to get her health where it should be. And the main reason I share Plexus is this picture right here. So in 2018, this is her appointment at Texas Children's Hospital with all of her specialists. You see here eczema patches, migraines. She suffered from asthma. She had gastroparesis. That's when you can't digest your food. It just wreaks havoc on your system, y'all, and you just can't take in nutrients. Delayed cognitive processing, ADD, underweight. You know, Claire was in the NICU for 8 months. She was on oxygen for 2 years. She came home on all kinds of monitors. She's a micropreemie, and she had all of these issues right here on the left. So let's hop over to the right. A year, her next eval for 2019. She's now been on Plexus a little over 6 months. Her eczema's gone. She's not suffering from those migraines. She's not coughing, wheezing. She's also doesn't have constipation. She has been before she was hospitalized for constipation before. She's eliminating, going, you know, whatever you want to call it, BME, whatever, every single day. There's an there's cognitive improvement for Claire. She's at a healthy weight now. I mean, the list goes on. But this is, y'all, this is why it's important to supplement with Plexus. This is why it's important to focus on your gut health. This is also why it's important to give Plexus more than a month, because Claire, these changes you see in Claire, they were not immediate. So I started on Plexus. I knew that you had to be consistent. I knew you had to take it every day. I knew you had to give it at least 3 months. By 4 or 5 months is when I really started to see a change in Claire. We noticed that her headaches weren't as often because she had severe migraines, y'all. We noticed that she wasn't having them as often. She wasn't missing school as often from being sick. She wasn't having her headaches as often. And when she did have them, they weren't as severe. And by this, 6-month picture, it was, I mean, she wasn't dealing with them. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Plexus is going to cure asthma or Plexus is going to cure migraines. But when you focus on those 3 things that dictate your health, y'all, even those chronic things that you think are never going to go away will improve. And in Claire's case, have nearly gone away. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And so I made sure to have her on Plexus daily. And she has been since 2019, and she always will be on Plexus. She's on that daily, and you have to give it time. You can't say, I'm just going to try Plexus for a month. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're not going to find out what it can do. Give it at least 3 months. It was at our 5-month mark that my GI issues were completely gone. I felt a difference month 1. I felt the increase in my energy. I felt a difference I noticed a difference in my cravings, less sugar cravings. That was in like first 2 weeks. But it wasn't until my like 5 month of being on 5 months of being on Plexus that I no longer had my sinus infections, y'all. I remember I was getting sinus infections every couple months, and every day I woke up with my throat was scratchy. I was making that snorting sound every morning. My ears would hurt. I mean, I just had the worst post-nasal drip. I noticed an improvement in that in the first couple months. But by 5 months, I was no longer seeing my gastroenterologist. By 5 months, I was no longer seeing my ENT. And it's just a game changer. So you have to give yourself that. You have to give yourself time to let your gut heal, right? I was jacking up my gut health, y'all, for like 40 some years. So I knew that I had to give it more than 4 weeks. And so Plexus repaired my gut health. And that is, again, why you need Plexus. Quickly before, we start to wrap up, 70% of your immune system is in your gut, y'all. I don't have to tell y'all why that's important right now, right? I don't have to even say why strengthening your immune system is important right now. Y'all, this does not have to be Russian roulette. Yes, I'm thankful that we have a vaccine. 3 out of 5 people in my household are vaccinated. If we're of age, we are vaccinated in this house. And this, and we're not doing this to say vaccine or not. Whatever you go with, great. But this is what I'm saying. We can't just rely on that, right? You also have to do everything you can for yourself, everything you can. So even though we're vaccinated, I'm like, look, we got to focus on our immune system. We're eating for our immune system, and we are supplementing for our immune system. Eating for our immune system, meaning we try to eat every color of the rainbow every day, right? We don't eat a lot of processed foods. We're not eating a lot of junk food. We're eating home cooked meals at least, 5 days out of the week. I have to admit, I take off on the weekend. I'm like, look, I got to take off on the weekend. But anywho, and we're supplementing. We are supplementing. So with Plexus, we're strengthening our immune system because we know 70% of our immune is in our gut. Our immune system is in our gut. So when you have your gut healthy, your immune system is stronger, and you can fight off everything. You can help your body be stronger to fight off things. I am not saying that being on Plexus is going to like prevent or cure anything. Please understand that. but we have to do what we can to be our best defense also. Okay. So when your gut is healthy, your immune system is stronger. And that I like to just share this picture. It just warms my heart to share this picture of my daughter. This is my daughter Claire, the 23 weeker I was telling you about, and sharing about, and she's healthier now. And so we're not doing Special Olympics right now because of COVID, but right before COVID, she was able to do more Special Olympics events, and she was able to run track, and her asthma wasn't an issue, and she wasn't always sick. She was just able to be involved. And so, real quick, I want to share this too. There's a gut brain connection. There's a gut brain connection, y'all. So, 90% of our serotonin is in our gut. So, and I like to share this right now. This is another reason why Plexus is important and why you need it and what is Plexus, because these are stressful times, y'all. These are stressful times, and we need to talk more about our mental health also, and just the anxiety and the depression and just any of the moods and everything that living through a pandemic can bring. And you need to know that 90% of your serotonin is made in your gut. So when your gut is healthy, you feel different. I know that firsthand. I am no longer on my Xanax, my Zoloft or Wellbutrin, my Adderall. I'm no longer on these and no longer need these. I'm not saying I'm like, oh, I never experienced an anxiety. I'm not saying that. But it has improved tremendously to the point where I was able to get off these medications because I want to stick to the plant-based Plexus goodness instead of these chemicals that are found in medicine. So anywho, there's a gut brain connection. So heal your gut, and that's something else that will help that mood, that gut brain connection. That's something to Google also. All right, so y'all, this is better with friends. Plexus is just better with friends. So I share. Usually, I don't share this. This Let me move my squares again. Okay, good. Usually I don't share this because all this stuff, people are like, wait, what is this? What is this? Just ignore all this stuff underneath, okay? We'll explain that to you if you'd like once you get started. But what you just focus on these big numbers right here, okay? Focus on these big numbers. If you refer 3 people, they purchase a welcome pack. You can earn $410 cash back. This is not in free product, okay? Like, this is cash. Refer 6 people and they get started on their products, $720. Refer 9 people and they purchase Plexus, $1,330. This is cash back in just the month of August. So there's a lot of opportunity here. Like my friend Dr. Davis says, who's another Plexus Emerald. She says, don't leave this money on the table. And she tells her friend, she's like, I'm not going to let you leave this money on the table. So when her friends get started, she makes sure to tell them about these cashback offers. So, and the good news is everyone who starts with Plexus, everyone who starts with Plexus, especially on a welcome pack or as a preferred customer with a certain amount of cash. Oh, that's not till next month. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting ahead of myself. Everyone who starts with a welcome pack, can take advantage of this cash back. Okay. And so when you get your friends to also purchase a welcome pack, you will get this cash back. Like Dr. Davis says, don't leave the money on the table. Okay, so I also wanted to share this, y'all. We are not just saying we want you to have health and happiness and want you to be healthier with Plexus. We are actually doing it. Okay, so this is specific to our team. This is not something that all of Plexus offers, but just our team offers. And when you start with Plexus, when you purchase your welcome pack, you are going to get links to classes, 3 classes a week. This is my friend Kenyatta. She and I taught at the same. Actually, I taught at her studio. So she had one of the top studios in Katy, Texas. She teaches Zumba and bar, it's a total body workout. And she does them online. So when you purchase your welcome pack with Plexus, and when you reorder each month that you purchase the month that you purchase your welcome pack, and each month that you reorder, you are going to get links to Kenyatta's online classes. You get the Zoom links, and they are phenomenal. I love these classes. I've known Kenyatta all my life. We grew up together, and we ended up both living in Katy, Texas, and both being fitness instructors. So we worked together too. And you will love her classes. So the next step, y'all, will be to get started on the welcome pack. So I will go over in a moment just the products that are in the welcome packs, but I wanted to focus on 2 of my favorite welcome packs. One is the triplex, and the triplex really it's going to repair your gut. it is just going to repair your gut. This is a really good one to start with. It has the Slim and the Probio 5 and the Bio Cleanse. I'm going to stop sharing in a moment so you can actually see the products when I talk about them. And then my other favorite welcome pack is the Variety Pack. So the Variety Pack has the Triplex that's on the left, but it also has the plant-based weight loss supplements. It has the Ease, which is that anti-inflammatory, and it has the multivitamin. And both of them come with this free, really cool Plexus water bottle. But these are my two favorite welcome packs. And really, if you want to tackle your gut health, if you want to, really know what Plexus is about, why do I need it? How can I feel? These are two phenomenal welcome packs to get started on. So I'm going to move my little square so that I can see the bottom. Let me try to move them again. Why aren't they moving? Okay, there we go. I'm going to stop sharing. Thank you for being patient. I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. I try to be done at least by, 40 minutes. So I'm going to talk quickly about that triplex especially. So the triplex is 3 products, y'all. It's the Slim, the Probio 5, and the Bio Cleanse. These 3 products, they will repair your gut. These are like the basis, for me, the end all, be all, the holy trinity, whatever you want to call it, of gut health, of good gut health, repairing your gut. The Slim. Remember I talked about balancing your blood sugars? Slim has chromium in it. This is what's going to balance your blood sugars. So it has the chromium that's going to balance those blood sugars so you don't have those dips and spikes. And also you're going to have long, clean, long-lasting energy. If you have inflammation, if you are a diabetic, if you want, a good immune system, basically, if you live and breathe right now and on this call, you need the Slim. Okay. So the Slim is like I said, has that chromium. It's a prebiotic. So think about a good fertilizer for your body, helping your body grow the good bacteria that it's supposed to grow. And it's also an anti-inflammatory. Remember I mentioned the beetroot that I used to drink every day. It's the most anti-inflammatory food on the planet. Well, Slim has beetroot in it. That's actually where it gets its color. We call it the pink drink. So you'll hear us say pink drink or Slim. It gets its color from the beetroot, and it comes in like really easy, simple packets, y'all. This is a packet. Put it in room temperature water. If you put it in cold water, it's going to clump up. It's not going to mix as well. Put it in room temperature water. You can use that water bottle that comes with your welcome pack that you saw in the pictures. Fill that up. Put this in there. Shake it up. I mean, drink that in the morning when you wake up. You can drink up to 2 Slims a day. Don't drink it too late in the day because it will, remember when you balance your blood sugars, you get some good energy. I could drink, Slim right now. I'm just an Energizer Bunny a little bit, and I'd still be able to go to bed. But some people, if you're a little more sensitive to caffeine, just don't drink it too late in the day. Speaking of caffeine, it doesn't have any artificial caffeine. It just has some natural caffeine, which is the same amount as a decaf cup of coffee. So, but some people, are just super, super sensitive to caffeine, and even like that amount of caffeine that is the same equal to amount of decaf, can't drink it. But literally it has less than like a regular cup of coffee, and it's natural caffeine. It's not like this fabricated fake caffeine. It's a natural caffeine. So anywho, that's a Slim. Now I started y'all with the microbiome activating, but listen, if your goal is weight loss, start with the Hunger Control Slim. The Hunger Control Slim is going to help curb your appetite. They both are going to help curb your cravings. Remember we talked about that balanced blood sugars. You're not going to carve as much, processed sugary foods. But the Hunger Control Slim has more fiber in it. You're just going to feel full, and it's a natural way to feel full. You're not jittery, you're not nauseous, you're not hungry. That's the Slim. The second part of the triplex, y'all, is the Probio 5. The probiotic, this is my favorite. I love and adore it. It's so different from any other probiotic. It has a digestive enzyme. It has an antifungal. Remember that pictures of the pools at the beginning of the call? So all that fungus and overgrowth in the pool, guess what? That contributes to your leaky gut. And guess what contributes to that overgrowth? Sugar, processed foods. It's like this cycle, y'all. It's just a constant cycle. So while Plex is helping you not eat those sugary processed foods, it's also having that antifungal in the Probio 5. And so it's getting your insides to look like that bottom clear blue pool. Also, y'all, this is important too. The capsule is a freeze-dried capsule with Plexus. So meaning those strains, those billions and billions of CFUs, colony-forming units of those probiotics are actually going to get into your system. Other probiotics, when they hit your tongue, those strains die. And they don't even make it into your system, y'all. They're not even making it into your digestive system. With Probio 5, that's why I felt so different, because I've been taking probiotics since my 20s. Like I mentioned, I've been seeing a gastroenterologist forever. I'm 44 now. And so I never really felt a difference before. And I feel a difference with Probio 5 because it's actually getting into my system because it's in that freeze-dried capsule. Also, just a side note, a little health tip. If you have a probiotic that you have to refrigerate, you're wasting your time and money. You might as well just throw it out. You have to refrigerate it because when it hits heat, they die. Guess what your tongue is? Heat. So y'all, you need the Probio 5. I think I mentioned also it has a digestive enzyme. Yes, I did mention that. Okay, third part of the triplex, BioCleanse. Y'all, Google and write this down with your pen and paper. Google magnesium deficiency. Okay, something to Google magnesium deficiency, something else to Google gut health. If you go to Google and you put gut health and it finishes your search for you, you'll see everything that is connected. You put gut health and you'll see everything gut health is connected to. Also Google magnesium deficiency. Also Google the gut brain axis. Remember we talked about the serotonin in your gut, just another little side note, wellness tip. Google that gut brain connection, but or axis, AXIS is the official, what they call it, but gut brain connection. Back to magnesium. Google magnesium deficiency, everything that is connected to. BioCleanse has magnesium in it, but it's so much more than a magnesium supplement, y'all. It's also going to oxygenate your cells. It is going to help your body be balanced and in a less acidic state. Remember, cancer cells, they thrive in that acidic state. So you want to have a more alkaline state, a more balanced state, but also the BioCleanse is going to help you just naturally eliminate. It has the word cleanse in there, which it should, but please don't think, laxative, running to the bathroom, harsh like 3-day, 5-day cleanse, nothing like that. Cleanse as in get all the bad stuff out and do it in a gentle way. The BioCleanse does it in a gentle way. Basically, it's going to help you be regular. It's going to help you be regular how you're supposed to be in a normal way, not in an unhealthy way. And you need to get all that bad stuff out. Remember those 2 pools? That pool at the top, you need to get all that bad stuff out so that your system looks like that pool at the bottom, that crystal clear blue water pool, okay? That's what the BioCleanse is going to help you do. Also, all 3 of these things, y'all. Magnesium also helps with ADD. That helped my daughter a lot. She was able to get off her Adderall, and I was too. So all 3 of these things make up the triplex. And like I said, it's one of my favorite welcome packs to start with. There are tons of different welcome packs. I only showed y'all 2, but there are a lot of different options. So that's why it's important to talk to the person who invited you to this call, and we will help you get started on the right stuff. Real quick, I want to mention some other favorites that I mentioned in the call. The chewable. This is the kids' chewable. It's a probiotic and a multivitamin. My kiddos love it. All 3 of them. I have a 5-year-old, a 9-year-old, and my 13-year-old. My 5-year-old has been taking it since she was 2. Loves it. Loves the kids' chewables. But there's also the adult multivitamin, really important for our immune systems right now. It's the X Factor Plus. Take it with food. I mean, I have to take before I started Plexus, anytime I would take a multivitamin, I've always had to take it with food. That's no different. But you definitely want to do that with Plexus because it's a very potent multivitamin, which is good. So it's going to help your immune system, hair, skin, nails, and most importantly, immune system. Mega X. Mega X is the omega vitamins. It has omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. This is for brain health and heart health. This has also helped my daughter with ADD. This helps me sleep. I used to have to take Ambien. Don't anymore. Mega X has helped me sleep. Getting my gut health right? So the triplex and the Mega X has definitely helped me with my sleep. Ease is another one of my favorites. This is for chronic pain or inflammation. If you suffer from any type of chronic pain, chronic inflammation, you need the Ease. I take the Ease every night. Everybody in my house does, except for my 5-year-old. But if you take the Ease, you want to take the Ease every day for that anti-inflammatory properties. It does have mussels in it. It has New Zealand green-lipped mussels. Another little wellness fun fact: New Zealand has the cleanest waters on the planet. As the cleanest waters on the planet are found in New Zealand. What's in Ease? Mussels from New Zealand. Okay, so I mean, this is some good stuff, y'all. This is some good stuff. If you have a shellfish allergy, just be aware. I know people have shellfish allergies. They take the Ease, they're fine, but I just like to give that heads up. Also, the plant-based weight loss supplements. I already mentioned the Hunger Control Slim. There's also MetaBurn. MetaBurn is to boost your metabolism and burn fat. Burn that unwanted fat, like the belly fat and thigh fat. I love the MetaBurn. And also Balance is another one of the weight loss supplements. It's a carb blocker. It's going to block up to 48% of carbs and sugars. You take it about 20 to 30 minutes before your heaviest carb meal. That's the Balance. You take that once a day. Love and adore that. This is all from my pantry, y'all. This is everything that I take. I'm a Plexus lifer. Edge, I like to mention Edge because this just helps. This helps my daughter's ADD. It helps me with my ADD, mental clarity, just really focus. And that's the Edge. So we take the Edge every morning. And quickly, I will mention the Active. So last thing I'll mention, we have a lot more things, y'all, but just in the interest of time, I'm going to stop at the active, but we have to mention the active. And for Charmin, I'm going to have to mention the lean, but just give me a second because Charmin loves the lean protein shakes. The active, y'all, it's a natural energy drink. It's a superfood drink. All those superfoods we know we need, but we don't need because then we don't like how they taste. Active has it. They're inactive. So this is an energy drink. I do not go a day without active. I can't go a day without active, especially after the last year and a half we've had with having all three of my kiddos home from school. I can't do without active. And now that they will be back in school, I'm still going to drink my active so I can actually get things done. I'm excited about that. But last but certainly not least, our protein shakes, our lean protein shakes, y'all. They are so good. If your goal is weight loss, get the protein shakes and use them as meal replacements. And they're good meal replacements. I drink the lean for my breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast eater. If I don't have avocado toast, I just don't usually eat breakfast. So I do lean. I love me some lean shakes. It's really, really good protein. We also have vegan and whey protein. So there are also the Joyome products for our skin. We have collagen, the AM serum, PM serum. We have an immune builder, immune plus supplement. We have hydrate, which helps you hydrate. It's like just it's like drinking a ton of water. It's filled with electrolytes. It's an electrolyte drink that's really important during the summer. We have Vital Biome. It's another probiotic that's helps. It's more specific to mood. So those strains that really help your mood. So we have all these things, y'all. And like I mentioned, there are lots of different welcome pack options. We have the smaller welcome pack, which has 3 products. And then we have the larger welcome pack, which has 7 products. So, and there are a lot of different options. So from here, and another reason why I said, hey, put in the chat, who invited you, because we want to make sure we reach out to you because we do have a promo code for you to use. But reach out to us. We'll reach out to you, the person who invited you, and we're going to find out your top health goals. So we're going to help you figure out which is the best welcome pack for you to start with. Once we figure that out, we'll get you started. Make sure you get that wholesale discount. We have a welcome pack to give you another 10% off. So you're really getting a steal this month. Well, especially before the 15th, because listen, when I joined Plexus, in order to get this, my welcome pack, because once you have that extra 10% off, your welcome pack is going to be about 50% off of the retail. Okay. So the smaller welcome pack is $109. The larger is $209. With the promo code we have, it'll be $99 and $189. My math people, let me know if I did that wrong. So with the promo code, you'll have even more off. Okay. That's the sale of shop. But listen, you used to have to pay, and this is what I do. We pay extra like $39.95, which technically, I mean, now that I know what I know is not that much, but if you don't have to pay $39.95, you don't want to. Right now, you don't have to. So right now, just until the 15th, you can get the wholesale pricing, and you can get access to the wholesale price for the next 12 months, for the next year. You can do that without having to pay that extra without having to pay that extra $39.95. It's $1 right now. Until the 15th, it's $1. So the price of your welcome pack plus $1, and you will get access to the wholesale cost for the next year. It's like Sam's or Costco, right? You pay that membership and you get this discount. Well, guess what? It's like free membership for a year. So $1, y'all, might as well be free, right? So the person who invited you, we'll set you up with that, set you up with your promo code, and you will be good to go. So now I will be quiet and see if we have any questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself, or you can put them in the chat. If you don't want to ask questions out loud, that's fine. You can put them in the chat. If you're like me, once this call is over, you'll remember about 10 questions you have, and that's okay too. You can reach out to the person who invited you. We are open books. We want to answer any questions you might have. Let's see. I don't see any questions in the chat. Okay, so I guess we covered good. I guess we covered very well what Plexus is and why you need it. So in a nutshell, Plexus are plant-based supplements that repair your gut, that fight inflammation, that balance your blood sugars, and you need those because all of the things we mentioned are connected to gut health, blood sugars, and inflammation. Plexus will repair your gut. Plexus will tackle that inflammation. Plexus will balance your blood sugars, and you will be a different person. You'll feel a different person. You have to give it time. You have to take it daily. You have to be consistent. And listen, y'all, some people don't have to give that much time. I'm gonna be honest. Some people, like Dr. Petrie, she was like, oh, in the first day, she was like, oh, I was waiting the first month. And some people experience that. Other people, it takes a little bit longer. Majority of people, it's going to take longer than a week. Okay. So you need to give it at least 3 months. And remember to drink your water. Another fun wellness tip. We're all supposed to be drinking half of our weight in fluid ounces. If you weigh 120 pounds, you need to be drinking 60 fluid ounces of water every single day. Already, you need to do that. If you're on Plexus, you especially need to do that because it's going to help it work. If you're not drinking your water, it's not going to be getting those toxins out. It's not good. Everybody, you have to drink water. You have to stay hydrated, and you'll see results quicker and longer and better results, right? If you're if you're drinking your water, okay. And so, like I said, I'm a Plexus lifer. I'll never stop taking it. You see why I share. I thank everyone for hopping on. Thank everyone for hopping on. No one unmuted, so I guess we don't have any questions. So, that concludes our call, y'all. Thank you for hopping on. Reach out to the person who invited you and say, hey, I'm ready. These are the products I saw. These are my top health goals. What welcome pack do I need? And make sure they use that promo code on you. Okay. All right, y'all. Everyone have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for joining us for Wellness Wednesday. We do this every Wednesday at 7:30. Same Zoom ID. Same Zoom ID every Wednesday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. So if you like this information and you get started and you want to take advantage of those cashback referrals, give the Zoom ID to some friends. Make sure, to hop on. We have invite event graphics that you can send them. The person who invited you will help you do that. And let's get your referral cash too. All right. Thanks, everyone. Everyone have a great Wednesday. Oh, yes. And 60-day money back guarantee. Thank you, Mel. Bye, y'all.
Bye.